So it has been 5 weeks since I set my Towards Zero Waste challenge. Oh, and there's Raf. Hi, Raf. He's come to help us out. I realised I better actually review how I went. So I've pulled everything out that I've been keeping for 5 weeks in terms of packaging to have a little inspection on how we went. So over here, in these 2 bags, that's like the size of a large rice bag, and then that's a plastic bag. That is all soft plastics that are recyclable through a program called REDcycle. And I would say about 90% of what's in those 2 bags over 5 weeks is the wrappers that my Pet Mints is wrapped in. Some of you who followed the earlier shows would have seen that I did speak to my local butcher about using plastic containers that are reusable and filling the meat into those instead of in single-use plastic bags. They were all for it, but the practicality didn't work out so well from their end. 1 week they forgot, 1 week they weren't doing the Pet Mints. 1 week they did the Pet Mints, but they bagged it in bags and not in the... So a little bit hit and miss, but I will persevere and keep bringing awareness to somewhere that that's useful to do, because I do want to bring that. Imagine if I didn't have plastic bags on my Pet Mints, there may be only 2 or 3 items in this pile. So I feel like it's worth pursuing that with the butchers and just training them to get it together. It's not that hard, right? The middle container, this is the recyclables, and you'll see the biggest culprit is the coconut water smoothies. There's a couple of other bottles, a couple of cans. I've been looking at my cans in general because I think it's better not to do canned foods if possible. So I have been getting, like, I've made changes like tomato passata, like a sauce for your pasta and things, in the jars instead of the cans, and experimenting with making my own coconut milk, or instead of using coconut milk for something like a chia pudding, making an oat or an almond milk, which I do from the raw ingredients, and they're packaging free. So in some instances I'm modifying my recipes to reduce the canned aspect and looking for other options, i.e. glass bottled. Now the big one is the actual rubbish that's going to go in the red bin. This is the non-recyclable stuff. This is it. 5 weeks. Biggest culprit, iron sachets, because I was a bit low on iron. This has actually been replaced by an awesome supplement that I got from my naturopath that is better than Spartone by far, and it actually is a tablet that comes in a glass jar. So it's a B12 iron and C supplement. All of those things are awesome. It's cheaper than this, and none of these. So really winning in that department. Apart from that, there is hardly anything at all. So I'm pretty confident once I get rid of this rubbish, which I'm about to drive down now, next month should be even less than that. But this is the size of the bin. It's a 1.5 litre bin, and if you were to press that down, that's the amount of rubbish. Really minimal, and I know that that will be reduced again once I get rid of the which I have gotten rid of the Spartones. So I actually feel pretty good about that effort, and I'm going to keep going with it, obviously, and keep looking at alternatives along the way. Thanks, guys.